This book is called A Friend Like Simon. A Friend Like Simon is a story about a little boy who is new to the school. His name is Simon, and Simon is autistic. So this story really promotes inclusion by encouraging empathy and friendship, and really shows that the main character through time has understanding and patience, and because of that is able to build a friendship with his new friend Simon. So this picture here I thought was really important. I've had many students with autism in my TK classes thus far, and certain triggers, make our friends very uncomfortable, and sometimes their peers don't really understand why they're uncomfortable. So this is an illustration that depicts the loud ringing of the bell that makes Simon uncomfortable, and his friend notices this, and so he starts to notice different characteristics about Simon that make him unique, and instead of faulting Simon for them or making fun and bullying Simon, he chooses to befriend Simon as best he can, based off of how much Simon will let him in. So this picture is a picture of Simon and him on the bus, and Simon doesn't, he talks about Simon doesn't make eye contact with him, and Simon doesn't ever respond back to him verbally, but he knew that he was friends with Simon this day because Simon slid over his sandwich box towards him and shared his sandwich with him. So it was at this point where he knew that all of the time and compassion that he had been taking to show Simon that he cared and that he wanted to be his friend was paying off in this moment. And I think that's important for our students to see, because when you have a friend who is neurodivergent, they don't fit the typical norms that maybe our atypical students feel that communication is going to go. And so it's important to show that communication and friendship could take a lot of different avenues and look a lot of different ways. This is a really good picture. This was a read aloud, so I was, excuse the other teacher up there. But this is a really good picture that shows how it only takes one child or one friend to have the patience and the empathy and compassion to let friends like Simon into their circle, and then everybody wants to be friends, so I think it's really important that we describe how friendships can look in our classrooms, and how being inclusive of all of our friends, regardless of their abilities or diverse abilities, allows us to make friends with people that maybe we didn't think that we could even be friends with.